Live your life within the moment. And don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away. Our bodies move to the groove and the light that flickers. We get lost in the crowd, it's getting thicker. But get away from the drinks and chatter. Haven't said a word, but it doesn't matter. Feel the air getting thinner. Standing in a blurry dream. No one else can see us. Live your life within the moment. And don't go wait until the morning. You never know when it is over. All that I know is we'll get older. So let us dance this night away.
The Road 500.
Now my wheels in motion and my windows open with the wind blowing in my hair. I'm driving down the highway, gonna do this my way. I can feel it in the air. Here I go.
Live from the Volvo 780 studios. USA. This is JJDrones Live. And now, here's JJDrones.
And it's JJDrones Live, coming to you live from the Quinnipiac, Michigan studios. Welcome everybody that are here. We have got CC here, we've got Yaz here, we've got Stormy Sky Road Productions here, and we've got Dave from Gotta Love Thailand, and we've got Christian from Mainlight Photodrone. Thank you all for coming in today. Tonight is going to be a little bit of fun, a little bit of, and we got Haley in here. Thank you very much for coming in, Haley. So we're going to have a little bit of fun tonight. We've got mail call. We've got unboxing, I guess you could say. But before we go into that, there is going to be a video that's already up on my website. It's Ted's video that he featured tonight. But if you would like to have your video featured on my website, go to jason@jjdrones360.com, email me, and I will be happy to highlight your video on my website. And then for everything JJ Drones related, you can go to jjdrones360.com. And then my Amazon associates link, go to jjdrones360.com/Amazon1, and all the proceeds that I get through my Amazon links will go to be helping out Gary. I'm donating 100% for Gary at Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors down there in Florida by the end of the month. So I'll be able to give you a total by the end of the month. And then if you'd like to donate to the show, paypal.me/JJDrones. You don't have to donate. This isn't something that I'm basically asking for donations. If you want to help Gary out, he has his own PayPal. You can donate there. When I did the donation drive earlier, he didn't really want to have his channel out there and talking about it, but he's been very public about it. So if you would like to donate to him, you can go to his channel, Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors. So we just got done. I'm going to cut the music, okay? I think we're good with that. Yes, thank you, Haley, for mentioning that. We have brand new trucking vlog that was uploaded tonight. It's trucking vlog number 25. It's the training series. So we are going to be happy if you will go over there and check that video out. Ryan has been a great trainee and just a great guy. And he's been really nice enough to participate in my YouTube videos. So go ahead and check that video out when you get a chance. And Dan was supposed to come up to talk about a pair of gloves that he got off of my associates links, but he's feeling a little under the weather today, so he's not going to be able to make it. But I appreciate you being in the chat, brother. I really, really do. Now, let me get through here. And Brittany Lake, thank you so much for coming in. It's good to see somebody that is local coming into the program, so I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Okay, so that's what I want to get rid of, is right there. All right. So we do have one piece of mail that I got while I was away, and this is a long time coming. So Shannon, I do appreciate that. You brought this, or that you sent this to me, but this is from Shannon and Randy over there at White Shoulders Farmstead. And I'm just opening it now. And this is Randy's new sticker for his channel. So Randy, Missouri Outlaw, this is his sticker. So you can check out Randy, the Missouri Outlaw. He is a truck driver too, and he travels all around the country, and he does actual trucking vlogs while he's driving. So go ahead and check out his channel. He's a great guy. He's a huge supporter of the channel, and so this is going to be going up on my sticker board here in a few minutes. And well, looky who we got here. This was very unexpected. No, it was expected. But we got Ted from Off the Hook Outdoors. How you doing, brother?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
Man, I mean, this is a great interview because right now, tell me how you're feeling after showing your video tonight.
Yeah, it was awesome. I'd seen that many people come in and supporting, like not me only, but like my son. It was really, really cool. So it definitely was my biggest premiere since I've been doing YouTube. So it was really special for me tonight, especially in this situation, with my son getting his first deer.
Yeah. Why don't you go into a little bit what happened, what the video is about. I know that there's quite a few people here that went and watched your premiere, but for anyone that missed it, anybody that watches it in the replay, what's your video about?
Yeah, well, it's the video that I just premiered tonight. It's about my son, taking my son out. I got him his mentor license this year. He's 9 years old. His name's Theo. And I took my daughter out 2 years ago when she was 10, and she got her first deer also. So this year I wanted to take Theo. He's been asking me, and I was going to wait till he was 10, but I thought he was ready. He's been asking me and things like that. So I went and got his mentor license this year, took him out, and the video is just, I think it's amazing. Like what all happened. I mean, it couldn't have happened you couldn't have wrote the script any better, put it that way.
Right.
We were in the stand. We had a great weekend. My father was there. So we had 3 Teds in the blind at the same time, 3 generations. So that was my dad was also in with Carly when she shot her first deer. He's 70 years old. So it was really special to me, being able to have my dad there with the kids. You know what I mean? That's just a blessing right there. And so, yeah, I just shot the video as it happened, what happened in it. Not too many cuts besides when Theo shot the deer and what my dad was saying. I had to cut a few things out. But other than that, it was really because my dad kept forgetting he was on camera. So I had to do some editing. And when I did make the video, that happened this past Saturday. So that was all I thought about from Saturday till Wednesday was get it edited, get everything done. That's all I concentrated on. All my other videos that I have going on just stopped, and I just edited that and put all my time and effort into that one video because it was so special to me and my dad and Theo.
Right, and especially Theo, because number one, you and we've talked about this many times before, but you weren't even sure that Theo was going to want to go hunting.
Yes, yeah, I didn't know. He's such a sweet kid, and he mentioned to me one time before, like when I shot a deer, like it had a mother. So I was like, really, really, like, whoa, you know what I mean? I don't think he's going to be a deer hunter, and I was okay with that. I didn't push him in any way. I didn't, and I don't push my kids to do what I'm doing. I just get them out there. If they say they want to go, then I'll take them with me. They both love fishing, so I'm blessed to have that. So I know they're fishing with me all the time, you know, and you guys have seen that in my lives and stuff and videos. But that's all I need is just something to do with them in the outdoors. If it's fishing or hunting or both, it's a plus. Now, I'm not going to lie to you and say that it's great when you got two kids that want to go hunting with you, or it's great when you have two kids that want to go fishing, because it's very, very hard to get everything ready and organized and get it all together and go out there and fish. Um, and sometimes my kids don't want to be on film when they're fishing or doing things like we do our camping trips and things like that, and they like to do that. But there's days where my daughter will say, Dad, I don't want you to film me today. And we're out on a boat. So the cameras go away and we just fish.
Right.
So I don't want to pressure them into anything. Uh, let's see. And Theo's been asking me to go, and I've been, you know, saying I'm going hunting, and they've always have stuff to do. I mean, Carly's in 10 different sports, Theo's in 3 different sports. I work evening, so I don't get to see them as much in the evening, but I'm always talking about hunting, obviously. And then Theo said one day, Dad, I want to go with you. And I'm like, okay. So I went right out the next day. I got my daughter's mentor license and his mentor license. If they didn't go, it was $15, whatever. So
Right.
it wasn't really no, you know, bank breaker. So I went out and got him, and Theo said, yeah, he'll go. And he actually said he wanted to go. He didn't want to go to the hayride where he works so hard at. Both of my kids are workaholics. They love to work, so that's a good thing. But he said he'd go down with me. My dad surprised us. Well, he didn't surprise me. He told me he was going, but he went down because he wanted to see Theo his first time. And we went up into his blind in the morning, and that's where all the magic happened.
So now Theo had not only was he, okay, you guys have to understand, okay, not only did Ted not know that Theo wanted to hunt, but Theo ended up breaking his foot not long before then. So why don't you go on a little bit about that?
Yeah, he was working the haunted hayride at the church, and he was messing around with his buddies and pushing and wrestling around, and his foot hit a log, and his log took his foot underneath the trailer of the tractor and ran his foot over. So he broke the top plates on his foot. He broke. So I told him, yeah, you're probably not going hunting this year now. And I was kind of down at that because I knew there's not going to be a chance. He ain't going to want to go hunting. He got a broken foot. But he surprised me and said, Dad, I'll still go. So I went out and I got a boot cover for him, and we covered his boot up in the morning, and he walked up and his feet were wet, but his boot was good. Went up in the stand, and he toughed it out, and I guess he got rewarded for it by doing that. There's always a reason for everything, I believe. And that was definitely a magical, magical weekend for me.
Right. And you know, to have a son and or a daughter, it doesn't matter whether it's your son or your daughter, but to have a child that wants to go out there and do something like that with you.
Yeah.
You know, and then not only that, but to break his foot and still want to go and you know, do something like that. He really wanted to do it. I mean,
Yeah.
he had to have wanted to do it. So it wasn't something that, you know, he was felt pressured into or anything like that. And then the deer comes into the blind, and you know, you had to have had your heart racing just as much as his.
What happened was, like, I'll give you a little background of the hunt now. We got up there in the morning, and of course, I have to have everything perfect. Okay, that's just the way I am. And I'm complaining about, Dad, you got bushes here. There's no shot here. We got to cut these bushes down. We got to trim that branch right there because we're not going to get a shot here. All the stuff that I'm saying negative in the morning, and that's just me being. I want to be perfect with everything, and I'm like, all right. So it's starting to get light out, and I reach the antlers out the door, out of the window, and I start rattling and grunting, and I bring them back in, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, yeah, if we get the deer into this food plot, this stand isn't set up for bow hunting. It's too far away from the food plot. There's not going to be a deer that's going to walk on this side of the wood line
Right.
and us get a shot. Well, after I said that, I'm looking with my eyes, and my dad and everybody got binoculars and they're looking around, and I just look into the woods and I see a tail flicker. I'm like, there's something coming. So my dad's looking and he's like, I don't see anything. I'm like, there's a deer coming down the road. So then he steps out and comes walking right down this road, this gas line, walks right into the power line. I mean, I couldn't have had a leash on him and pulled him where I wanted him to go. He walked down. He went to the right of us. Now, there was a lot of stuff that you guys don't see in the video that happened, like me telling Theo, do you got him in the scope? And he's like, I can't see him. And he has the wrong eye closed because he's nervous. And I'm like, open that eye, open your other eye. And can you see him in the scope? Aim it down here. He's down here. And I'm holding the scope trying to move it for him. And the deer walks to our right and goes into the bushes, and we have the window up. We don't have it down. It's up. So I got to take this window that's creaking crazily. I stand up. I open the window up. It creaks. The deer looks up at me. I'm standing in a window looking at the deer. I stop. He looks away. I move the window 6 inches. He looks at me again. So it took me about a minute or two to get the window down. I get the window down. I get the crossbow off of Theo, set into the window, get Theo to stand up, me move, get him in front of me. He can't get the deer in the scope, and it's 20 yards away on the right of us because there's all kinds of bushes. And he really I never had him practice through any of that. We've always practiced at the target, you know what I mean? So there was no obstacles in the way ever when he was shooting. Well, obviously a scope will focus on the closest object, not the furthest object when you're looking through things. You know, like a camera does.
Yep.
So he can't get it in there. So I'm all upset. I'm like, shoot him. And he's like, I can't see it, Dad. I'm like, okay. So then the deer walks out, goes to my dad's scrape that he has there that he just put scent in. So he's playing around with the scrape. So that gives me time to get the crossbow back over to the other window, get Theo sat down in position, get the other window up, sit there. And I'm like, there ain't no way this deer's going to walk in front of us. There ain't no way. What's he do? Turns around and walks right in front of us. And he's 20 yards away. And the best words that I've heard was Theo said, Dad, I got him in the scope. And I was like, then right there is when my heart started going. I could hear my heart beating. It was just like, everything was like tunnel vision. It was like, woo, woo, woo. And I'm sitting there and I look at him and I said, hold on. Is he in the scope? Yes. I reach over and I click his safety off. And I always tell him, don't ever put your finger on it until you're ready to shoot, you know? And he has his finger out. I watched everything, make sure he's doing everything right. If he didn't do something right, believe me, I was going to hammer him after and we were going to do it all again and again. So he did everything perfect. I mean, I couldn't write it down more perfect. He listened to everything that I said the weeks before that. He had his finger off of it. I said, okay, put it behind his shoulder and squeeze the trigger. Don't pull the trigger. I said, squeeze the trigger. And you seen right there, I had it. He didn't wait but 5 seconds and it was boom, right behind the shoulder. The deer went up, ran. I got that all on footage. I couldn't have been a better video. I mean, I got him jumping, kicking, running. And I got excited and he ran into the wood. I tried to keep my composure until the deer at least left. And then once he left into the woods, which I didn't even think he was going to make it to the wood line, but he did. And then I just like let it all out and we just had a great time. And then I did shut the camera off because we said some things and stuff like that. And then I got him coming down and finding it. Then I was so heartbroken when we got down over the hill. I thought he was going to be laying there. And the ups and downs of bow hunting, if nobody's ever hunted before, you understand those highs and lows of bow hunting. When you get the deer, your adrenaline's rushing. You think you get a perfect shot, and then you're looking and you can't find a deer. It's like a roller coaster ride. So I'm glad it all happened the way it did because Theo, I think he learned a lot from this. In the video, you could see, I mean, we had happy, we had down. We were depressed, you know, we were just bummed out. Theo was bummed out, but he was a trooper. He's like, Dad, we'll just go back out and get another one. And that's how you got to think. And I don't think like that all the time. So I learned a little bit here too from Theo in this video, you know?
Right. Yeah.
So I learned a little bit of it and of how I should act. And Theo basically taught me because it happened to me in Ohio last year and I was bummed. I wanted to come home and end my hunt and not hunt the rest of the year. But it was like, my buddy told me, hey, get back in the stand, and that's what you got to do, and that's what I did. And I'm sorry if you're hearing humming because I don't have it on.
Oh, it's all right.
Okay, so after that, we went down. He jumped up, and I backed out. And my son's up in the woods by himself while me and my dad are down there. And he's yelling, "Dad, where you at? Where you at?" And I can't, and I can't think at the same time. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm like, "Theo, we'll be up. Hold on." And he's by himself in the woods, so he was a little nervous. And I was like, "We're right down here. We're 100 yards away from you. Hold on." And I'm trying to think of it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to back out. As soon as I did that, the deer jumps up about 50 yards away from me. And he goes up the hill, which is not a good sign when they go uphill because they're not hurt that bad. The deer will never run uphill unless if they're hurt, they won't do it. If they're not as hurt as you think and they run uphill, then you got a problem. So he ran up, but he stopped and he walked away on the side of the hill really, really slow with his head down. So I'm like, he's hurt. Let's back out of here. Give him 2 hours. So we back out. I go up to Theo, and he goes, "Oh, man." And I'm like, "Well, I'll find him. I got all day to find him. I'm going to find him." He hurt. That was a perfect shot. We get down there. My dad had to leave because he had to go to a wedding. So he leaves. I really wanted him to be there when we found it, but I went back out, could not find his deer. I was on my hands and knees looking for blood, looking for anything, prints, anything. Get up there. Finally, I just called it. I'm like, well, we got to go back out in the woods and hunt again. So I got him down. We got something to eat, and we went back out, and we didn't see a deer that night. So it was definitely a bummer. It was like, so packed up all the stuff, drive home, and that's all I'm thinking about is that deer.
Right.
I get home, get a shower, lay down. I'm tossing and turning all night, and I just said I'm going back down. I'm going back down to find. That was too good of a shot. I owe it to Theo at least to spend all day down there Sunday and try to find it. If I can't find it on Sunday, at least I gave it an effort, and the deer made it, or he's dead somewhere else off the property. He got enough, he made it off the property, and that's nothing I can do about it. I tried everything in my power.
Right.
So I go down, use the wind to my advantage, try to get it in my face so I could smell anything because it was really warm Saturday. It was like 74 degrees.
Okay.
When a deer sits more than a few hours in that temperature, their meat's no good.
Right.
So I'm walking around. I go back to where the deer jumped up. I found a little bit of blood. I marked it with my tree stand that was down there. So I went into the thicket that way. And I'm crawling and crunching and rolling around and breaking branches. I got thorns in me. I'm bleeding. And I find this thicket, and I see one little hole about a foot wide. And I'm like, there ain't no way he went in there. I'm like, you know what, though? I got to go check. So I get down on my hands and knees, and I crawl in there. And there's thorns in my back when I'm going through there. And I just look up, and I see brown, a patch. And I'm like, oh, man. And then I hear the flies.
Oh, yeah.
And the flies were on the deer already, just annihilating. And here a coyote got to it and ripped out a part of the hind quarter. I didn't show any of that on the video because I thought that was too much to show. So I didn't show any of that. And so I got up there. And when I got in this, and now you got to imagine, I'm in an enclosed space with this deer that is reeking and flies all over it. And the coyote got to half of it. So there's flies on it. You might even hear it in the video. You could hear the flies flying around it when I found it. So I did the video that I found them. I was going to take the whole deer out of there, but it was so bad that I removed the head, and I did tag it the way you're supposed to. Tag it before you move it. So I tagged the deer, filled out all the information, removed the head, took it out, put it in a bag, took it down to my truck, and then brought it home. And then the rest is history from there. So,
I mean, that's just an amazing story. I mean, you couldn't, like you said, you couldn't have written that script.
No.
First day out there, being with you and your dad.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a kid's dream come true, really, on their first hunt.
Yeah.
And then being able to actually sit there and ask Theo how you really have to go and watch the video because to see Theo after he hit his deer, I mean, not only was Dad proud, but Theo was really proud of himself too.
Yeah.
But right at the end there, when you found the deer, and I think if anybody doesn't take a look and watch this video and start tearing up when you find the deer, and you start getting emotional. What's going through your head at that point?
I was just so relieved that he accomplished something that not a lot of kids do, and not a lot of people do. If you think about it, I mean, there's a lot of people that have gone years without getting a deer, and they go out every year, and they're good hunters, and they go out and they just don't have the luck or the, I don't want to say skill, because they do know what they're doing, but to have a deer come in like that and place a perfect shot on that, Theo don't even know what he did. You know what I mean? Like, and me being a hunter, and as hard as I hunt and how much time and effort I put into it, and I haven't shot a deer yet. And so to have him accomplish that his first time out and do so well at it, I wondered, all the emotions hit me when I found the deer of both days, because it was such a great moment, but then it was such a depressing moment at the same time, like such a downer. But that's how hunting is. And I was so glad that Theo went through that with me, because he was happy. Then he got put back in his place, sort of, in a way, like saying, hey, it don't always happen that easy. It's not that easy.
Right.
So we were going back and forth. So when I found the deer, everything just hit me and I couldn't talk for a little bit. And I was just proud of him.
Yeah.
Because of what he did.
I'm going to go ahead and bring up Paul. He's sitting there in the background. Hey, Paul.
Hey, Paul.
I don't know if you can hear me or not.
There you go. Hold on a second. Oh, that's some gnarly echo.
Yeah, it is.
What's up?
Hooked to your car's Bluetooth or what?
No, I put it here. But hold on. I might have... Oh, you know why? Hold on. There. All right. YouTube is killed. Why is it echoing? So tired. Is it still echoing really bad?
It's not echoing. It's just it's not synced.
Oh, look why. Does it sound better? Or that's nothing.
Okay, now, well, first it was synced and
1, 2.
nope. Okay, so anyways.
See you, Paul.
But anyways, yeah, it's it really
special moment, very, very special to me. Like I'll never forget it, and hopefully Theo never forgets it. So sorry, go ahead and say what you were going to say.
Well, I was just going to say that it just really highlights the importance of bringing children into the hunt and teaching them how to hunt, teaching them the responsible way of hunting, and that it's a lot of work. Mm-hmm. And I mean, you put in more hours in hunting than pretty much anything that you do. And I mean, not only hunting, but fishing as well. But you know, like we've said before, your passion is hunting. Mm-hmm. But it's important to bring the kids in and get them familiar with how to properly, shoot a deer, and how to responsibly take care of it after you shoot it, and the fact that you were able to go out there and actually find it afterwards is a testament to you, because you put so much. I know that you didn't sleep that night. We talked that morning, and you're like, I didn't sleep last night. I'm going to go find this thing. Yeah. And that's the responsible thing to do.
I could have stayed there, Jason. I could have slept in. I could have stayed at home and hung out and just relaxed that day, Sunday. Yep. But I chose, it's just something that just bugs me, and I went out. And if I wouldn't have been able to find it Sunday, then I would at least been able to say, hey, I did everything that I could to find that deer, and I couldn't find it. Right. The only thing that I would say that this video didn't have, and I wouldn't show it anyway, but Theo didn't get to see gutting the deer, removing the entrails of the deer and everything like that. So he's going to have to do that eventually. So we'll see how that goes. But I wouldn't video that anyway, but just for YouTube purposes. But that's the only experience that he didn't get out of this whole hunt. But he got everything in a nutshell on this hunt. And that's what was so great about it. And myself and my dad being part of that was just amazing.
Now, is he ready to go out again?
Yeah, he asked me to go to Ohio.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, Dad, can I go to Ohio? I'm like, Not now, buddy. Maybe next year you can. Like, you don't want to say no to the guy, but it's like, I don't have any. It's already the hunting season's almost over down, here, and it's like we have the lease down there, and we have other people on the lease, so it's like I have to talk and get him involved with that stuff first before I can just say, yeah, I'm bringing it on, and he ends up shooting a monster 12 point, and I get somebody mad at me or something over. So I got to plan everything and talk to people and arrange it. So I told him the deal. I said, I pay to go down there. I'm with a couple people down there on the lease. So I just can't bring you down and have you hunt. I have to pay for you. You have to get your license down there. It costs a lot of money for a license down there for out-of-state people. So we have to prepare for it next year. And he's like, okay. He's like, okay. So he took it good. But I hate saying no to them when it comes to the outdoors. Like, it's always a yes for me. Always a yes. Right. Like hunting, fishing. If they want to go fishing, it's like, I'm tired. I just got yes, let's go fishing. I don't want to ever say no to them with that. But in this situation with the Ohio being out of state, he's still a little young. He's 9. I just want to get him comfortable with it, because he's still very green at it.
Right.
I mean, he went out for an hour and shot his deer. I mean, he hasn't even got cold yet. You know what I mean?
Right.
His toes haven't even got cold. His fingers haven't got cold. He hasn't sat there for more than 2 hours of nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I need to get him prepared to go to Ohio. So he needs to hunt a couple years, I think, in PA with me and get out there and show me that he's into it before I can take him out of state with other guys and hunt. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. No, Paul's going to try coming back in again because we're going to do an unboxing today.
Nice.
And Paul, are you there? Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Okay. So you don't hear the echo? Because I hear an echo.
I don't hear any echo.
I'll ignore it. I give up. Hey, here you go. Go fishing right there in the Pacific Ocean. Right there. There you go. Some sail gliders or whatever they call those dudes. Yeah.
Yep. Well,
don't worry.
Today
I'm
we're
not doing this while I'm driving.
Yeah, you're not. Obviously not. So
no, of course not.
So today, not only did I want to bring Ted on for his video, but we're going to be doing an unboxing of the Tascam.
And if you want,
Jason,
Jason, I can get off while you do your reveal or whatever.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you so much for coming on, Ted.
Yeah.
And go ahead and check out Ted's YouTube channel, Off the Hook Outdoors. Not only that, but if you're interested in buying baits from Ted, he does make baits for people. $30 for a bait box, and that you have to pay for shipping, but worth every penny. Thanks so much for coming on, Ted. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you guys so much, and keep an eye out for more videos coming your way. So thank you guys. Have a great night.
All right. See you later, Ted.
See ya.
Okay,
all right. Wait, hold on. Wait, you opened the box?
No, I didn't open the. I didn't open this box.
No, but you opened the other box. You got to show what was in the other box.
I had to open the other box to bring it up to my dad.
So did you take a picture? You didn't. See, you're supposed to unbox the other one so you can show the extras that were in there.
Oh, well, this is all part of the auction that we did to give away to Gary at Jailbait and Tackle Outdoors. Not only did we raise $610 to send down to him, but we were able to actually, Paul donated the cost of shipping as well. So that actually helped give him the full $610. We didn't have to take anything out for shipping. So this is the Tascam soundboard, and this is going to be an upgrade from the P8 that I have, right, Paul?
A ridiculous upgrade. Like, getting far ridiculous. You're almost up to my level. We just got to get you a very expensive microphone or two.
Right. And my dad says, thanks for the curled ends TP, Paul.
Of course. I had to throw that in, Hey, it's never been used, so it should be fine.
Are you sure?
You can keep it as an emergency. No, it was. It was literally pulled out of the pack that's been sitting in my car forever that never got used. So the only damage was it got ripped open because it was sitting like on top of or tools or thrown around and all that other fun stuff.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Look, here you go. Oh wait, hold on. Can I switch? Oh no, it's like hot or not. There you go. Look at that. The beautiful ocean. Why Jason is unboxing. You can enjoy.
so we've got a power cord.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. You got a power cord.
Yeah, we've got USB to USB-C.
Yep. C to C, right? I forget. I think it's C to C.
Yeah, it's USB to USB-C. That's what I said.
No, there's C to C and then there's USB to C. See?
Gotcha. All right. There's some heft to this.
Oh, dude, that thing is legit. Like, it's very like, yeah, it's the next thing down to where the road, is. It's just half the price.
So I'm going to take all of this off. This is all of the styrofoam. And then the plastic.
There we go. Doodah.
And here it is. This is the Tascam soundboard.
Or AKA USB interface. There you go.
Yes.
That thing, that's a huge monster thing that will do all kinds of crazy stuff. And you can get 4 microphones in it. Wait, no, 5? No, that has 4, right? 4 XLRs back there.
Yeah, it's got 4 XLRs.
Yeah. So 4 XLRs, the Bluetooth, the USB, and phone that you can plug into it.
This is
so you
just
can, yeah,
incredible.
yeah, and it's super sturdy. Like, I love the way that thing feels, but then of course I have to.
Well, and to say that it's sturdy is it's an understatement. It really is, because this thing is solid. I mean, it is.
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, welcome.
Yep.
Thanks for coming in, Kathy. I appreciate you being here. And I am spoiled. I really am.
Yes. I would look at the chat, but then people might have a problem with it, but I would try to read the chat, but I can't read the chat.
So these little triangle thingies, is that for plugging in different countries?
Oh yeah, it does. It comes with like different country plugs, so you can actually slide them out of the way.
Okay,
just in case you end up in another country somewhere.
So if I end up going to England or Germany or something like that, I can bring my mixing board with me.
Exactly.
Okay, so I'm looking at the XLRs on the back end of this, and it doesn't look anything like the P8. So
no, because those you actually have the ability to plug in like instruments.
Okay.
Instruments. So it has the ability. So it's got the dual XLR and TRS plugs.
So what I'm going to do, and this is probably going to be YouTube suicide, but I've done YouTube suicide before.
If you did,
what I'm going to do,
be boring.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to plug this in, and we're going to do this live because I am willing to do the hard work so that you guys don't have to. And we can actually see how easy or how difficult this is to set up.
It shouldn't be too crazy.
Okay, so this is the power cord.
That's funny. By the way, I'm driving past a bunch of dead trees here on the side of the San Francisco area, which has nothing to do with the reason why we have such crazy wildfires, because we don't deal with our dead trees. But hey,
Paul.
Anyways, yes.
Why don't you tell us about your earthquake that you just had the other day?
Dude, I didn't even know. I had no idea. I just barely heard it. I had no idea. I don't even know when that happened.
You didn't even know
No
what
clue.
happened.
I didn't even know it happened. Seriously. I happened to like turn the radio on for a second, which I never do because I usually have my phone plugged in and I'm listening to YouTube or whatever.
Right.
YouTube, yeah, of course. But yeah, and then it happened to say on, oh, wow, we had a 5.2 earthquake yesterday. And I was like, oh, all right. I had no idea.
So what I'm
So
gonna
obviously
do?
5.2 or whatever is nothing. It's like, done. Oh,
So
he's
this plugs
disconnecting.
in. This plugs into the computer just like the
Yeah,
PA
same
does
thing.
with- okay.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
just
a
trying to-
USB-C back there.
Okay, I
Yeah.
see the power. So we just plug in the
Yep,
cord
the power
into
screws
power.
in. Yep, and you like screw it in.
Okay,
So
and
it's
then
nice
the
because
microphone.
there's like no way for it to fall out.
Okay, and then the headphones plug in the back. It looks like.
Yes, you could actually use the front one if you really wanted to. It's associated to channel 1,
Okay.
but so it doesn't really. You could plug that one in there if you want, because that one's a TRRF
Gotcha.
or small one if you want.
Gotcha. Yeah, I probably will have to because I don't think.
I think did I put any? I thought I put some. Maybe I didn't. The converters in there.
That's all right. We'll figure it out. Again, we're doing this live, and this isn't
Exactly.
this isn't recommended on your channel. So don't do what I
No.
do because it's going to be bad for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so this
Yeah,
is where
those two.
this is where the phone plugs in.
Yeah, it's got the TRRS. That way you can plug in the phone, so you can take phone calls because what's a live stream without random phone calls?
Right.
I've done a few of those. Yes.
Hey, Paul, do you want me to mail this back to you?
Which one?
The 32 gigabyte memory card.
I got stuff. Oh, be careful. There might be some stuff on there that
There might be,
I
there
don't
might
know.
be stuff on there. You just don't know. Okay, so I think the only thing that's left is to plug it in and to unplug this from the computer and then plug it into the test cam. So, Paul, I'm going to leave the live stream to you for about 2 to 3 minutes while I make the changeover. All right.
Don't worry, my forehead's in.
Okay. All right.
It's in the
Behave
house.
yourself.
I'll try. I'll try to entertain everybody. So I can't see any of the reviews, but yes. So those of you who have, Jason's already told you this before. If you have any audio, video questions, both of us are kind of semi-nerds about it. I know enough to be dangerous, a little more than Jason does, but so yeah. But yeah. There's lots of little toys, big toys. It becomes a rabbit hole. So if you have questions, ask us. I can't see the chat right now because I'm not driving down the road through San Francisco right now. It just looks like it. Just don't look. See, don't look. But yeah. What else? Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of funny. I used to do this stuff too on my YouTube channel. We'd do crazy phone calls. That's what I loved about these USB interfaces. And you could buy the cheaper small one that's perfectly fine, right? Realistically, these are like shiny toys that you start buying. You just keep buying more shiny toys every time a new shiny toy comes out. Yeah, so don't do that unless you really can do it because you just got tons of money to blow. So, fun. Yeah, so we'll see. This thing shouldn't take very long for him to plug it in because as soon as he plugs it in, he just selects on the computer what USB interface to grab again, and then he'll be back in here in a second. It doesn't take setup or anything like that. Right turn. So, Yeah. This is what happens when I used to drive truck for a long time. Like, driving is such a natural habit that I still can see all my mirrors, and I know everybody, Jason likes talking trucking. But so I can't see the chat, but here's an interesting question. Something I used to train when I trained drivers. I used to ask them, what happens if you were coming around a mountain and there's like, you're on a mountain road, right? 2-lane mountain road, and you're coming around you're coming around the corner, and there's a bus full of kids. What do you do? Right? Something that just makes like, whoa, wait, what's the mountain look like? Exactly. So it's like, what is the escape if something around the corner is there that you wouldn't see and you can't stop for? So, yeah. But something crazy that I used to do in my head of driving was I didn't wear my seatbelt. And I did that because I looked at it as, if I ever have to jump because of somebody else or something major happening, I would just jump out. I wasn't going down with the ship. Thank you very much. And so saying that phrase or asking trainees that question is like, I ask them that because I want them to think about what happens if. And if you run that through your head, even if it's other scenarios, you're kind of like preparing yourself to hopefully not get into an accident. And I know it sounds one of the things that I learned about driving is I really control if I get into accidents or not. I control if I get rear-ended in a lot of cases, because if you don't slam on your brakes with everybody else and you slow down while everybody else is slamming on their brakes, you slow down early enough and slow enough, the people behind you have a chance to slow down, then therefore you don't get rear-ended. I know a lot of people who don't pay any attention, and they've had all kinds of accidents where people, I got hit, somebody rear-ended me. Well, why? Oh, because there was traffic. Oh, so you slammed on your brakes because you weren't paying attention either. Yeah. I forgot, this is a drone channel. Hello. I haven't flown my drone in a while. Actually, the last time I flew it inside of a shop. I gotta get some video of that and show, because a buddy of mine was, we're gonna hopefully clean up a shop one day. Who knows? Jeez Louise, Jay. What's taking so long, man? He's being really slow. I know, everybody's probably super bored right now. Do, 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 do. I would play music, but then we'd get like, strike! And I can't see the chat. Oh, wait, sorry. Both hands on the wheel. Both hands. Where's the spawn switch? Wait, where is that one? There's a button in the back. Hold on. Right. Hold on. This is. Oh, dang it. Right? I think it's in the back. Yeah, this is so not normal. So not normal. Oh, by the way, for all those people who may drive truck, I still have a CD in my car. Yes, I do. Yeah. Why? Because, I don't know, I like the noise. I live in California. There's almost no trucks out here. And it seems like most of the drivers that are out here speak other languages, so I can't understand them anyway. But, yeah. That, and then I have GMRS, and eventually I will have, whatchamacallit, I'll put my ham in here when I get that all figured out. But yeah, got my ham license. Yes. So I recommend anybody, especially if you live out in the middle of nowhere, you should have radio communications, whether it be GMRS, which is local, and then what do you call it? GMRS is kind of like a local, but you can go up to like 60 feet. So you can put an antenna 60 feet up in the air, right, at your house, have like a base station, and antennas are cheap. You don't have to buy like super duper expensive antennas. And yeah, but radio communication, especially if you live in areas, where, you have crazy storms and, hurricanes and tornadoes and, assuming your antenna stays up, but you can always pull it down when the storm's coming. But, yeah, I mean, family communications, Jason's dad is we totally lost Jason. So, by the way, Jason's dad, what do you call it? The radios that you got, the bow things. Yeah. So those can be programmed for GMRS. So you can actually use them if you get a GMRS license. And then it's for your whole family, all that fun stuff. I don't know if you've heard that conversation. I can't believe you can't turn the power button on. It's in the back, right? I swear there's a red button back there, but I told him, so we'll see. Can't believe this. I'm going to be home before he gets that thing plugged in. Right? Isn't there a button in the back? Yeah, there's a button in the back. Yeah, okay. That's right. Anyways. Yeah, but yeah, radio communication, look into it. GMRS is like the local 50. And if you live in an area that has repeaters, then you can reach out like 100 and some miles around you from a handheld. So there's all kinds of interesting stuff out there that a lot of people, haven't looked into yet. So GMRS, it's only like $35. The license works for your whole family. So if you just Google GMRS, GMRS, how to get a GMRS license, there's a couple of really good videos out there you'll find that will tell you, sorry, long day, that will tell you how to juggle the FCC license stuff. So it's kind of weird, but it's somewhat. And if you have questions about that, you know, hit up Jason and I can give you my information if you don't have it. But yeah, so wow, where'd he go? I wonder if we should just I don't know, do we keep this going? Holy smokes. I can't believe he's not back yet. I don't know what to do. I'm almost home. I can get on my other computer by the time he gets back. Yes, this is what not to do while you're streaming live, especially when you unbox it. But hey, this is a great story to tell later on of how crazy we are about doing streaming and doing live video. See the live action happening at that moment. The clock is still ticking, so I'm assuming that we're still live. I don't know. Should I look at the comments? Do I dare? I think I should. I might be missing something important. It still says we're live. Holy moly. Oh, yeah. He's kind of out there. Wait, who's kind of out there? Wait, me? Oh, man. I'm missing all the fun stuff here. Yeah, I'm very out there. If you're talking about me, I don't know. But yes, I'm very out there. Okay, so I'm going to shut down the... Oh, I got to turn that off. All right. Now I see what's happening out there. Where'd he go? It's like he disappeared. Oh no! I don't know what to do. I think we should shut the stream down. I'm starting to run out of things to talk to. Talking to myself. Oh, I wonder if I can. I guess I can't send a. I was just saying I can send an invite to somebody and have them join. Oh wait, I can't control that anyway. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Get out and vote. Yes. Yes. That's all I'll say about that. What else? Don't ever move to California if you're not here. It's very expensive. It's kind of not worth it. It is 56 degrees outside and it only hit 70 degrees today. Yes. California weather. It's beautiful. Oh, you pay for it. You pay a lot. I don't know what to do. He's still here. Let's see. What else do I know? I don't know. I don't know what else I know. I'm about 10 minutes from home. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Anybody want to sing a jingle? Somebody got to tell Jason what he's like. What are you doing? It shouldn't be this hard. What happened? Oh, is he like rebooting his computer? Oh, I think he's using a regular Microsoft computer, so you never know what'll happen when that happens. I don't know what to do, man. Seems like the clock is moving very slow. 2, 1. Okay, it is going up. Okay. I'm like almost home. I don't know what to do. Let me text him and find out, like, where are you? Where are you? Oh my gosh. I'm assuming you guys are going to have some words with him when he gets back. I need water. I did not drink enough water today. Brought 2 water bottles and I didn't drink enough.
All right.
Uh-oh.
I'm back.
Whoa, it's a miracle. I'm like, should I leave? Should I go? Should we end this? But I don't know how to end this. I can hear you.
What is the?
I hear you.
Audio. Okay, so what is the quality?
I don't know. Good?
Is it too low
Well,
or is it too high? Where are we at?
I think you want to go up a little bit because you're not as loud as you were.
Okay.
So do the slider. Whoop.
No,
Just move the.
The slider isn't the problem because the reason that I couldn't come on is because I had to actually go into the settings inside because there was no audio going to the slider.
What?
Hang on.
Should have been. Weird.
All right, so hang on.
Whoa.
Hang on.
No.
Okay.
That was way loud.
Okay, so testing. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3.
There you go.
How we sounding?
It seems I have you full blast right now, but we can always fix that later. But it sounds fine. Sounds good. Sounds the same.
Hang on. So, to everybody that is on the YouTubes and listening on Facebook, if you can hear me, put it in the chat.
Yes. I think they should be able to hear you because I can hear you. So, you know what's funny is the echo's gone, and I don't know why.
Okay.
It's kind of weird.
Haley says Paul is loud. Jason is whispering.
Yep. Yeah. So you got to crank it up a little bit.
Okay.
You should be able to turn the slider up. In theory.
Right. And okay. Slider is going up.
There you go.
Going up.
Yeah.
Okay. So
that's better.
How's that?
That's better.
Okay.
I mean, you're not blasting my ear out, but you're definitely louder.
Okay.
So
and I'm
looking to see what Haley says.
I'm looking at the mixer and it's looking good.
Yeah, the mixer, like, I don't know. I haven't really been able to figure out like mixer versus a stream volume.
Right.
It's always seems to be something mysterious. Kind of like a credit report. Supposedly there's a thing. Just don't know.
Okay. So
but no,
now,
it's the cool part is you can tweak. You can actually tweak some of your volume, or not your volume. You can tweak your sound. You can edit your sound, make it deeper, and put more bass in your voice and all that other stuff. You can sound more manly instead of girly, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So
it definitely sounds different right off the bat, though. Now that I hear.
So now does that sound more manly, Paul?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, more power.
Okay.
I can't even do it
So
anymore.
I turned the compressor from hard to soft.
Now turn your volume down just a hair because it's
Okay.
almost like you got louder and it started distorting a little bit, at least from what I'm hearing.
I just turned the
But just-
compressor right off.
That sounds fine.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
My mom says that still can't hear Jay.
Really? Well, they may see. I have my volume all the way up right now, and I
Okay.
can hear you, but you're in my ear. So
Okay.
in theory, you probably need to go up higher a little bit. But they
All right.
also may have their volume turned down because you weren't as loud as you were before, kind of thing. So
Okay. So how's that?
there you go.
Is that better?
That's better. Yeah. Now I turned you down like 2 clicks.
Okay. So we're having technical difficulties with my camera too. It keeps glitching. Oh, Haley says that's perfect.
Oh, there you go. Boom. The
We
wife
found-
says it's perfect.
We
Done.
found the perfect. See?
Yeah. I have to make up my own clapping. Oh wait, ooh, I still gotta drive.
And so Haley says that it's perfect, and Mom says a little bit more.
Tell Mom to turn up her volume a little bit, probably.
I don't know if that's the problem or not, but that was the process of switching out. What did you call them, Paul?
Which one? USB interface.
It's-
That's a technical name.
Yeah, the technical name is USB interface, and
Yep.
so that was how I was able to, or that's how long it took me not only to figure out how to set up, to turn on the device, because there is no button that says power.
Yeah, it's just a little black button. I think it's a black button back there, right?
Yeah, there's just a little black
Yeah.
button, and then
Yeah.
once you hit that black button, But
All the
right
colors lit
now,
up.
I have everything set up with. If I look at the soundboard, the actual volume going into the stream is actually clipping.
Interesting. We'll have to play with it. I'll be
We
home
will.
in like 15 minutes if you still have time or not.
Right. Well, I'm not going to make everybody suffer through that.
No,
But-
no. That'll be the aftermath. Well,
Right.
I'll call you back on my computer.
Right.
Let's see. Is there anywhere
But,
parked?
No, this is insanely. This is a beautiful piece of equipment, and
Right? Oh yeah.
just all
More
the colors.
power.
It's got the color display. It's got the colorful buttons.
Whoa. That was on there?
Yeah, that was on there.
Whoa.
There's also
I
an
don't
air
remember that
horn.
Oh yeah. See, okay, you can turn those volumes down. Those are hella loud. You could turn that one down a little bit.
Yeah, that's
That-
crazy
those-
because
Those were booming.
all right, so let's see. What the heck? And now I don't even have a camera. Okay, so I don't know what's going on here.
Turn that off.
Okay, so apparently,
I made it. Oh, 42.7 miles to the gallon.
nice.
That was
So-
me cruising.
So apparently there's nothing wrong with my camera. There's something wrong with my computer, and I'm going to have to figure that part out.
Oh, really? Ooh.
Yeah, because my camera was glitching on the screen, but I'm watching the live stream on YouTube, and my camera never glitched out once. So I don't know what's going on there.
Weird.
Yep.
That's weird.
So
Oh, look. You want to see my antennas? I got like a car full of antennas. Oh, wait. Can you see them? There.
I see that.
CB antenna, GMRS, and then look. Here's my sign. Yeah, baby. California has over 400,000 laws
and they basically make about 8 to 1,000 plus laws every year. So,
Thanks
and we're
for
already
coming
at
in,
400.
Thank you for coming in, Jenny and Steve. I appreciate you being here, and thank you for suffering through, me switching over. Again, doing the whole YouTube suicide thing. I'm pretty good at that.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
Christian, appreciate you. And then
Margaret Prime with that.
Dan said that my camera glitched out right after you said camera, then it was back. Yeah, that's because
Yeah.
I turned off the camera and then tried to turn it back on because I wasn't seeing a picture on my end. But
Wonder why.
hey, Exploring with Drew, welcome. Appreciate you being here, brother. We're actually just getting ready to close this out because we're over an hour, and
half of it was screwing around.
And I was able to actually accomplish something that I wanted to do live on air, and that was switching out the USB interfaces that I use. I really want to play with this a little bit and see if I can get the audio levels correct, because I really want this to be something that I can use to make my show even better. So Paul and I are going to work on that here in a little bit. But,
yes, we will.
So Paul, I'm going to let you go for right now.
Peace out. I'm home. I'm gonna go to the bathroom and do that thing, and then we'll talk more.
Okay. Well, use that link that I sent you, and we'll just talk here.
10-4.
See you in a bit. So, thank you everybody for coming in here tonight. I'm sorry that I wasn't able to do a live stream with y'all on Sunday. I did make a commitment to helping out with Ted's live stream for a product that he and I kind of put together for his scope, and you can see that live stream from Sunday on his channel as well. But as for me right now, I'm going to be closing out this video or this live stream and thanking you all for coming in tonight. And I appreciate all of you for coming along for this ride with me, and we'll see you later on down the road. Bye-bye.